back and forth they go. Nope, that uppercut does not score. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
It's all offense all the time. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punching. That jab won't score. You'd like to see more jabs. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You've let him back into the fight.
And there's the bell for round two. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got a dummy shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
They exchange punches. Straight right just misses. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without it.
And there's the bell for round three. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And they are delivering. The straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. punches have to hurt. The straight right just misses. That counter punch caught him clean. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Beautiful counter shot. Can't find a home for that jab. How about that time counter? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Now,
Back at it in round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That counter shot lands. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. And it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Hook misses. Nice counter shot. Missing with the hook. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Jacobs in that last round. On to the 5th we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's a counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
His stamina is off the charts. Beautiful counter punch. straight right, just misses. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Well, this is a very important break here for this fighter. They've been knocked down twice. This is the beginning of round 6. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Punch, counter punch. That jab doesn't find a home. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He misses with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What about Jacobs in that last round? The game plan does not seem to be working. Round 7, here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Quick punch scores. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. These punches coming from every angle. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Looking to land the hook. Perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What about Jacobs in that last round? From this moment forward, he can't. And they're back at it again here in round 8. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
They stop the hook there. Catch and shoot. Oh, Leonard just got rocked. A much better game plan here.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely done. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly... Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Perfect counter shot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Both men step back for just a moment. This fighter has determined the... Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Nice counter punch. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. There's the bell for round 10. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they had left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Good counter punching. Good counter punch. A perfect counter shot. who's stronger and who's faster. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Counter punching. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he gonna do? And down goes Daniel Jacobs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Jacobs in that last. Here's the 11th. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Only catching air with that hook. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They exchange punches. Stamina is off the charts. The straight right just misses. Perfect punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner, but he's still on to the 12th. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
Come on, should they be sending him back out there? 2 heavy knockdowns in the last round. What are they doing? They're sending him to the gallows.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
That power might be the do or die. That power.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Sugar Ray's in trouble! And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Jab just got blocked. Catch catch and shoot. Perfect counter lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He just misses with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a...